30-year-old female doctor mysteriously disappears after blind date. Today's story is a tragic one. A 30-year-old female doctor, well-educated, with a good job, and a life in order. She seemed destined for a bright future, but a blind date dinner would lead her down a path from which she would never return. On the morning of August 10, 2017, in Q-Hai-Har, Heilongjiang, Aunt noticed her daughter, Sheldon come home. All night, her calls and WeChat messages went unanswered. The more she thought about it, the more uneasy she became. She was usually obedient, sticking strictly to the hospital home, rotting with no history of staying out overnight. As Aunt Lai panicked, a text message popped up. Mom, I broke up with my boyfriend. He's marrying someone else. I want to be alone. Don't worry about me, or look for me. Aunt held. We were stunned. She knew exactly when her daughter had dated. There was no mention of a boyfriend, let alone one getting married. This wasn't Xiaolao. This tone. She called again, but no one answered. A chill ran down Aunt Li's spine. She realized the seriousness and immediately reported the disappearance to the police. The police launched an investigation. Call records showed Xiaolao had barely contacted anyone in the days around her disappearance. Her simple life and narrow social circle made a sudden desire to be alone unlikely. That day, Xiaolao had mentioned going to a farmhouse dinner with a friend. Police suspected this friend might be the boyfriend, and that she'd gone missing afterward. Checking her payment record shocked everyone. She'd spent a full 100 yuan in just one day. Frugal by nature, she rarely even bought new lipstick. Such a large transfer was highly unusual. The case was upgraded to a criminal investigation, and a special task force was formed, monitoring near Xiaolau's home. Revealed she'd gotten into a black Honda alone that day and never returned. Tracking the license plate led to a dead end. It was fake. Registered as long since Baofei scrap, the task force combed through over vehicles and found the Honda had switched to a Lubi license plate when leaving the city. Further digging showed it was rented from a company by a man named Zhang Ying. Fired 2 years prior for gambling, was unemployed, had sold his house, and owed million yuan in debt. Coincidentally, he was the man Xiaolao had met once on a blind date, years before she rejected him, and they'd never spoken again. This time, he lied about catching up over a meal, and Xiaolao, too kind, agreed. Surveillance later showed the Honda at a car wash in Yisheng. The next day, the owner recalled 2 men arriving with a foul-smelling car. He charged extras, and they agreed without hesitation. Strangely, they took a taxi after washing, saying they'd pick up the car in a few days. Police identified Zhong from the footage, and the taxi driver revealed he'd gone to the train station with 2 others. No ticket records were found, but a carpet search led to a small inn where 5 men had checked in under a handwritten register. Police recognized the names and took them in under the pretense of ID verification. The men were laughing casually upon arrest, but during interrogation, 4 quickly confessed. Yang Zhong resisted at first, but the truth emerged. The 5, drowning in debt, had sworn a blood oath to pull off a big job murder and robbery. They dug a pit in a suburban cornfield and prepared ropes. Pulled and tooled, waiting for prey. Zhang targeted Xiaolao, seeing her as perfect, a doctor, single, and unassuming. After several calls, she agreed to meet. On August 3 afternoon, he picked her up, claiming to go to a farmhouse, but drove to a deserted shack. When Xiaolao realized the danger, she was already controlled. They forced her to transfer all her savings. 100 yuan. What followed was a 12-hour ordeal of repeated sexual assault, during which these monsters even bit off parts of her intimate organs. Worse, they planned to kill her afterward, dumping her body in the pre-dug pit. Meanwhile, they stayed in an inn, smoking and gambling, plotting their next target. Thankfully, the task force acted swiftly, arresting all 5, within survivors. In September 2017, the court sentenced ringleader Zong to death. The others received life imprisonment or heavy sentences. Beth Chao-So's life was lost forever. A gentle, kind doctor, a girl who never even had a proper romance, destroyed by 5 heartless monsters. To every woman, always stay vigilant. When out, blind dates are not trivial. Meeting strangers requires caution. It's not that you're not careful enough. Some evil in this world truly defies imagination.